Now, if you've been tuning in, watching my live streams, you know I've been talking about owning 100 AVAX before 2026. Now, AVAX, the Avalanche blockchain, has been doing some very big things when it comes to blockchain technology. And we're bringing real world assets onto blockchain. So, what does that mean, Tro? Well, we know that, and if you don't know, AVAX has done a partnership with one of the most wealthiest counties in the United States, in New Jersey, putting, home deeds onto blockchain technology. They also did a partnership with California, putting or showing ownership of cars on the blockchain as well. So a lot of things going on for AVAX. They're putting real assets onto the blockchain, but not only that, they're building out their own blockchain, giving developers the opportunity to build layer ones right under the AVAX blockchain, which gives it even more utility and creates even more or even less sale pressure rather. So we're going to talk about it. My thesis on owning 100 AVAX before 2026. But before we do, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, turn on those notifications. And don't forget, link to the Discord is in the description as well, man. Click that link, join the Trojan Horse Discord. It's free, family. So we just get in there, we chop it up, we talk about projects. I get in there and announce new members to the group and everything. So make sure y'all get in there, join the Discord. Let's get active, and we gonna get straight into it. And let's talk about first starting off with price and where we at today. So man, right now we can see we looking at AVAX Avalanche on coin market cap. Currently AVAX is ranked 17 out of all the cryptocurrencies, so still top 20, but we have been moving down the ranks. I will say a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago we were in that 13th position, and before that we were in the top 10. So we have slowly been moving down, but that's okay, guys, because AVAX is one of those projects that's actually doing things in the real world. A lot of people say, Tro, what is cryptocurrency? What is blockchain technology, and how does it relate to the real world other than we trading, internet money, fake digital internet money? And although, I will say that bringing decentralized exchanges into this realm, into this trade file where we didn't have that before, is something big. But like a lot of people say, that it's just trading magic internet money. So what is cryptocurrency and how can it benefit the future? Well, the major thing about cryptocurrency, I would say, and this is just a slight lesson, little lesson. I'm not the most educated person on the crypto or in crypto or nothing like that, but this is just breaking it down for the everyday person. So in real life, man, it's hard to show ownership of a lot of different assets that we have, especially if things get lost. So for instance, say if you have a family member that passes, or if you have something that happens where you no longer have the title to something that you own. Well, blockchain technology gives us this adoption or this answer to the problem where we can put everything on a blockchain. So we no longer need a piece of paper or have to keep up with a piece of paper to show ownership in the things that we have as assets. So by bringing things and put them on a blockchain technology, it verifies it through an address, and through your address that's designated specifically to you, it shows that you own this said asset. So that's one of the major things that's going to happen for crypto, and why blockchain technology is needed. And AVAX understand this, and they are connecting real world to blockchain technology. And I think that's going to be the major factors, one of the major use cases for blockchain technology in the crypto space. So that's why I'm still bullish on AVAX at a $17.63 AVAX. Man, super bullish. We can see all time we are only up 281%. So we haven't even hit 1,000% gains yet. And if we go back into 2021, the previous all-time high was about 134, I want to say. So from these prices, that's about a 6 to 7x. So that gives us a 6 to 7x easily. And just by owning 100 AVAX, I do think we can potentially hit 5-figure portfolio. Buying 4 figures of Avax and turning it into 5 figures. I do think that's possible. And I do think that AVAX is one of those projects that you really want to pay attention to at this time because, like I said, all the things that they're doing, but not only that, they're building out their blockchain. More volume is coming onto the blockchain each and every day. More wallet addresses. We're going to talk about that as well. But even if you would have, going back into 2023, buying the lows of 2023, that's why I always say, man, dollar cost averaging is your best friend. Because if you was dollar cost averaging between 2022 and 2023, you had a lot of time to really make some money. And we see back in 2023, we went up. By the end of it, it was at $44. Then we go into the March of 2024, we hit a $55 AVAX, and back then, everything wasn't really built out as much as it is now. And not saying that Avax is done building, but they have built so much since 2023, man. And that's why I'm bullish. Like I said, the macro environment is what's really causing a lot of things to really go down at this moment in time, but still super bullish on what Avax is doing. Now we can see the Avalanche transactions over the last year has went up like crazy. Network activity is surging with C chain hitting all-time highs. So this is, showing that Avax is not a dead blockchain. The transactions continue to go up, even though the prices don't go up. So people are absolutely using the Avax blockchain. And that's why a lot of people don't realize, man, who cares about price at the end of the day if nothing has changed with the underlying asset? If the underlying asset has not changed, guys, who cares about the price? If it goes down, that's a good thing for us because we're looking for a buying opportunity. And even if it doesn't go back up to previous all-time highs, we know that the local highs is around $55. So that's more than 100% gains. And I think I will continue to say this, that a lot of people get greedy in the crypto space. We know that of volatility for crypto. That's why we're in it. And once these projects kind of go down, and if we bought the top, a lot of people forget about those projects instead of continuously dollar cost averaging, lowering your DCA cost. People just let it go to the side, and once it goes back up, they like, man, I really didn't get any profit because I stopped buying. And those are the things you don't want to do, man. You don't want to buy the local tops or even the all-time highs and just let it go to waste. Now, if you caught yourself buying it, it's not over, man. You can reach back up to those previous prices, but in order to, make some gains along the way, you got a dollar cost average. And this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion towards that. Now, something else, man. Cocknet. You don't know about Cocknet. It's the Cock Inu or Cock Inu. It is their layer one solution that was built under the AVAX blockchain, and it's doing millions of transactions, man. 350 million transactions in the past month. So transactions are going up. We see that building on the AVAX is a very beautiful thing. It doesn't boggle down the network. We haven't been seeing anybody talk about that as much, like they did in the past with other blockchains. So super bullish, man. Love to see that projects are building their own layer one solutions right under the Avalanche blockchain. Now, something else, man. Just in, Avax sees over $6.8 million in inflows in the past 24 hours, the second highest across all ecosystem. Now, this was tweeted, 5 days ago, but still, man, we love to see that for Avax. In the past 24 hours, we literally saw $6.87 million, and that's right under, Ethereum. And I do think that Avax is a sleeper blockchain still. And I think that, a lot of institutions are building under Avax. Not that I think, that I know. I know a lot of institutions are building under Avax. And I think right now that most of the blockchains that are pumping are chains that are specifically, I would say, more retail. We know Solana is, doing billions of dollars in volume a day. But that's due to, not to say that institutions aren't on Solana, because they are very much so. But I will say that really a lot of the volume is just degenerate gambling. With these meme coins, with all of these different altcoins that people are speculating on and things like that. They're just pretty much degenerate gambling on all these blockchains, and that's not to say that it's not going down on Avax, because that's what the crypto space is right now. It's just degenerate gambling, especially with a lot of these meme coins that's going to go to zero. So I think in essence, AVAX is more so looked at as an institutional blockchain. I do think that retail they do transactions on the AVAX blockchain, but it's not as much as a Solana or Ethereum and things like that. Now, last but not least, the AVAX Battle Pass. We have been looking at AVAX as the number one blockchain to go when it comes to building GameFi projects. They have some of the biggest crypto projects that's out right now on the AVAX blockchain, built underneath the AVAX blockchain. So super bullish on that. I do think once the GameFi narrative comes back around, we're going to see more AVAX GameFi projects, and that's going to be huge as well. So Crypto Troll, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, turn on those notifications, man. I'm going to continue to bring AVAX videos and continue to show my portfolio. Like I said, I got a portfolio video that I do at least once a week. You can check those out and look how I'm stacking that AVAX every 2 weeks, man. We're stacking AVAX. I just want to give a live showing of, me building my AVAX bag. So Crypto Troll, that's my video. Make sure y'all join the Discord. Link is in the description. And mycrypto.com referral link is in the description. And yes, you can buy AVAX on crypto.com. So Crypto Troll, I'm out of here.